following program is rated MA and may contain themes that may not be appropriate for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
On the block, hip-hop trendsetters, the school of hard knocks and that attitude era. Yeah, I just wanted to be one of the best, holding the mic as I'm yelling out D-Generation X. I will remember it. I never forget it. We've come a pretty long way. There's so much I can say. It's never really gone away.
The rematch from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on Monday Night Raw is happening tonight. We have got a full crew here with us tonight. We got Bubba Yeaton down there. We got OMD, who is having his regular issues while wearing his Maple Leaf t-shirt or jersey. Chris Best is up at the top, and I am Karl Karufel. Thank you, everyone, for coming and joining us here tonight as we watch and discuss all things Monday Night Raw on the Raw Patrol.
Oh, it's the new title.
Yeah. We're getting to witness right now. The
dude, that is gorgeous.
Yeah,
no,
it isn't.
That's
for the
I'm sorry.
Saudi Arabia show that's happening.
I hate that belt design. I really do.
Oh god, that's great. I love it.
What don't you like about it?
It reminds me way too much of the AEW heavyweight title.
Okay.
Like it feels like John Cena got to the AEW title and just blinged it out, you know?
Okay.
Good blame. You can't see that guy. How are you blaming him for that? You know what it looks like to me? I'll be honest. It kind of looks like, and if you gentlemen remember, holy, that's loud.
Somebody's got to like mute themselves or something. There's
I hear our theme song playing.
Okay, it's OMD.
It's OMD still. Oh, look at this.
Oh,
Seth Rollins is just attacking Bronson Reed. Holy.
Apparently, they're just getting started.
Apparently. That totally interrupted what I was even thinking.
You were thinking something about that championship.
I was busy.
Yeah, no. So it looks like if you remember
Lucha Underground,
the
Gift of the Gods.
Gifts of the Gods title, yeah.
Yeah,
got
that's what I get to.
I'm not upset about it. Like, is it the best looking title ever? No, it's not. But it does the job.
Yeah.
It's what they wanted. It's what they're gonna get.
I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm not a fan of those really big like title designs on the front, you know, like the front plate. It's gigantic to me. Like I feel like I'd have to.
I think that's the point, though. I'm sorry, but if someone that sponsors your company says, "Hey, at Crown Royal, we want an actual title for Crown Royal. This is what we want it to look like," or Crown Jewel, sorry, Crown Royal.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it going to?
You're going to give it to them because you know what? Sorry, you're going to give that to them. I'm sorry, but if you're paying me enough money, you want it to be purple and green? Sure, it'll be purple and green. Like, I don't care.
I mean, it's not the ugliest belt that they've made for any Saudi shows. I mean, let's not forget the Greatest Royal Rumble belt.
Right.
Oh, Jesus. Don't even.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm one of the few that actually liked the Greatest Royal Rumble match because I'm a fan of the Royal Rumble. So
understandable. I mean, I enjoy the Royal Rumble as well, right? But to have a championship for that, it did nothing. They didn't carry it with them. They didn't showcase it.
No.
It wasn't like it was, like fought for again and whatever, right? Whereas this championship, I hope that they don't do the same. I really hope that they allow whoever wins this matchup to carry both of those until the next Saudi show, because we know that they do 2 a year, don't they?
2.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
let them have it for
or just
however long.
Or similar to the king and queen of the ring, wear the crown for a few months. In this year's case, you got the title shot, then you didn't have to carry the crown around. Do something along those lines with that, give it a little bit of meaning with it,
See, now I'm with Best. Like, I'm not a big fan of the design. I find it an overly jeweled version of the 24/7 title.
Hello, but it is crown jewel.
The 24/7
that was garbage.
Round and gross looking, though.
Like the Intercontinental title.
Well, this one's not round, but this is just gross looking.
Okay, so we've established that Chris Best and OMD don't like pretty things, hence probably why they're both single. I'm just
no complaints on being single because we are completely free.
Exactly.
So for that championship, do you feel that it's just too much? Is it too ornate? Is that the problem?
Yeah, that's my issue, is the amount of diamonds on it. It's a bit too flashy, you know what I mean?
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, if you're gonna do that, go back to the spinner title.
Well, and this is also coming from a guy who loves the $1 million title. The $1 million title had a lot of diamonds and gold on it as well. So
very true. Yep. We've already got destruction out here. Right. The announce table is on the ground. Wade and Joe have nowhere to sit any longer. Hopefully they can get that fixed and corrected for them quickly. The prime bottles are all over the place.
5 minutes into the show, boys, and the set has been annihilated.
Now, I had shenanigans and physicality for this.
You did.
I was not expecting this to open the show.
Yeah, I mean, so much for what Bronson promised Adam Pearce last week, right?
But hold on, time out. Bronson did not start this. Bronson finished it by exploding that table clear into the ring.
Yeah, I was going to say he didn't even finish it because he didn't really do anything to set at the finish. He exploded the table on his own. But that moonsault, man, that Osai moonsault from Io Sky, just something else.
And I didn't get to see last Monday's Raw, but just witnessing that now, good Lord, that's gorgeous.
Same here.
The only other person who can deliver a picture perfect Osai moonsault is Ultimo Dragon.
True.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very, very true. Bobby, it is so good to see you in here. Thank you for coming by.
Yes, it is.
You are a constant here, and we appreciate you greatly.
Yes, thank
you. Just for
Bobby.
you, Bobby.
It's always good to see you.
Yeet. I'm vibrating over here. I'm so pumped now for Raw. Holy.
Yeah, don't leave. Stay there. Yeah. Oh, I forgot you're still here.
I kind of forgot how much of an Amazon Raquel Rodriguez is standing next to everyone.
Right.
And here's the thing. OMD mentioned it at the beginning of our show. She has put on some weight considered from what she used to look like. So she looks even more like an Amazon. I think you got to look down at the... And she's trying to stand on her tippy toes. That's funny. Try to make herself look bigger.
We got Bobby Stats coming in also saying that he checked out Scott D'Amore's show last night. No spoilers, Bobby, because I still need to get the money to buy that show.
My television service did not allow that one to work for me, unfortunately.
Oh,
I
that's a
had
bummer.
other pay-per-view events that I was able to see, but that one, unfortunately, I was not for both days because it was a 2-day event.
Yes,
Yeah,
I did attempt to watch it myself last night, and my server froze up every time it went on.
Yeah, if I had the
Yeah.
money, I would have set up a room for all of us to come in and watch it on Triller.
Well, I was
'Cause
I was
that's where
at
I-
work last night anyway, so I mean, I was
Mhm.
trying to watch it while I had my break times. But
Right.
I mean, it is what it is. I'll find it at some point for sure.
Oh,
I know
Definitely.
110% I do want to watch that show. I mean, when I said about wanting to watch it on Turnbuckle Talk, I wasn't lying.
I definitely want to see it too, and for it to be a 2-night event. And just I have seen a few spoilers that are out there, and some of them are quite interesting. I did not expect a few of those surprises.
I actually surprised my sister with how good I am at avoiding spoilers. So,
Nice.
because the other day I was telling her about a movie that I wanted to check out that she's checked out for 20 years, and then she goes in and spoils a scene on me, and I'm like, dude, no spoilers. She's like, dude, the movie's 20 years old. I'm like, dude, I can avoid spoilers like nobody's business, so no spoilers.
Right?
Yeah.
there you go, Carl. Check your phone. I sent something nice to you because I care about you, buddy.
Right. Now, we did get some breaking news today, and I did hear who did the ring announcing for this match with the New Day coming out, but no more Samantha Irvin.
Yeah, that's from
that's something that's going to be talked about on Turnbuckle Talk tomorrow.
Yes. Now, I will say I have seen, and obviously it doesn't matter who it is. This always happens. You're leaving WWE. Oh my God, you're all elite now. I've already seen that she is all elite.
They're also saying the same thing about Kevin Owens as well,
right?
Because
so
no word on his new contract yet. You know,
again, I'm gonna say this. Doesn't this bring back memories of back in the day? Kayfabe,
WCW
shit.
Yep.
WCW. I will never forget this one. WCW. I think it was like 97, maybe 98. Buff Bagwell's contract was coming up. And WWF actually did make a play to try and sign him at that point.
Right.
Yes, I remember that. Yep.
And I just remember everybody, I think OMD and I were going a little bit insane on that too, about what they could do with Buff in the WWF at the time.
Oh, geez, dude. You have no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't know you guys back then, and I was geeking out over it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we need to maybe kind of get back to like what Bubba was saying there, right? A little bit more kayfabe in everything. I remember a time when, who was it? Was it Lex Luger, I think?
Yep.
Was on
from one show and
Monday
then
Night Raw, and then seeing him on Nitro in the same night.
That was Rick Rude.
Oh, Rick Rude. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, both the same.
He
Lex Luger just up and left WWE and showed up on the very first Nitro.
Well, here's the thing with Luger. He was on a pay-per-appearance deal. Sting had found out about it, so Sting reached out to Eric Bischoff and like begged and pleaded with Bischoff to sign him. Bischoff didn't want to sign Luger in the first place.
Right.
But look at the money he made for that company.
Mm-hmm.
I bet he's going, thanks, Sting. We never would have made that kind of money if it wouldn't have been for your belief in Luger.
But yeah, when Luger showed up on the very first episode of Nitro, that was a huge thing. That was huge when that happened.
Wasn't that in a mall when they did that?
Yeah, it was at the Mall of America. It was actually a really cool setup.
Because they had the stairs right there, and he came in from like underneath the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why is Luger there? He's supposed to be on. And I was losing it because I was watching it. I remember with my dad. My dad was like, didn't we just see him like an hour ago on blah, blah, blah? I'm like,
none of the WCW locker room knew he was showing up.
Nope. Because he didn't even go. He came literally from the parking lot From what I understood, he was in the back parking lot and came in.
Like,
we're coming back.
Like I said, the only ones that knew were Sting and Bischoff. And another interesting note about the Rick Rude thing, it wasn't just WCW and Monday Night Raw he was on that night. He was also on ECW TV that night as well.
Yep.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Oh, dude, I remember we had this discussion like a couple nights ago, Best and I and Perish, because I had brought this up. Who was it that blah, blah, blah? And we were like, oh, it's Rick Rude, because I thought it was Lex Luger as well. Yep. I remember that conversation now.
Speaking of Lex, it's high time he gets into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Riddle me this, gentlemen. Who is the only person to not be in the Hall of Fame from WrestleMania 1?
Oh, there's a lot. I mean,
yeah. But I mean, the most important, like this person should have been in there with a long time ago. In our celebrity wing. The celebrity wing.
Oh, Cyndi Lauper for sure.
Yep.
I've been championing her for years, man.
Yep. Why is she not in there? Like that woman should have been like literally your first Hall of Fame should have been anyone and everyone involved in WrestleMania 1.
Well, that's what they tried.
Yeah.
That's what they tried to do with WrestleMania 21. They pretty much inducted the entire main event that night.
Yeah, I mean, cool. But why? Why do we not have people from WrestleMania 1? Because if it wasn't for them, what we have now, I can guarantee you wouldn't be the same.
Yeah.
No, understandable.
Like
understandable.
And I don't very often get animated about stuff, but that drives me nuts. Why is she not in there? Like the referee should be in there. She should be in there. Every performer.
Actually, the referee for the main event is in the Hall of Fame. The referee for the main event was Pat Patterson.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking
Pete,
to somebody that was.
It is good to see you, my brother. I hope you are well. Bobby wasn't even sure either. Oh,
nice play there, Pete, on the words.
Oh, look who's on our screen.
Yeah.
OMB.
Speaking of Hall of Famers, Lillian should go
in. Lillian. Boys, I just got chills and goosebumps and her just hearing her announce again.
I just want to hear her sing America the Beautiful again because she does the best version of it.
Yeah, I mean, I know we said that she was backstage on the Locker Room Breakdown because I had read the reports. So interesting to see if she is going to be back on a regular basis or if this is a one-off.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting. Pete, you are so correct. She should be in there time after time.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Very happy about this matchup here right now, and I'm hoping that they do the right thing and allow AOP to win this matchup. It's about time that we get a little bit more shine put onto the final testament.
I'm 100% with you, Carl. On
and
this.
we're starting to get that shine. I really like that. We're starting to get that. How interesting is it though that in this tournament match, they're taking on the team that basically had driven the wedge between Kofi and Xavier.
Right.
True.
It's very interesting. Good storytell is exactly what this is right now.
So on the Locker Room Breakdown, I actually called that something's going to happen between the New Day that's going to cause some breakdown for the other gentleman to win.
And this is something I've been thinking about for the last couple of weeks when it comes to Karrion Kross here. And for years, and I talked to OMD about this a couple of weeks ago, I remember. But this is how you book the devil's advocate character that Sean O'Hare was supposed to have with Karrion Kross.
Right.
Oh, dude, that could be interesting. I never thought of that angle.
Because that's pretty much what he's doing. Is he's a devil's advocate now.
That's awesome. Never.
Now I did suggest, because as we saw last week, I know that Karl wasn't here. Actually, last week I wasn't even here, but we did see the AOP grab R-Truth and throw him back in the ring after he had beaten the Miz. Do we maybe get some interference from R-Truth in a comedic way to distract or disrupt Kofi and Woods? And do we get that interference again from the Miz to assist AOP and Final Testament?
That's an interesting point you bring up there, OMD.
Yeah, that's wow.
I mean, it definitely could work, considering, you know, the breakdown in that tag team, to, you know, be maybe a little upset or annoyed and want to see the breakdown in the fall of the tag team division, and by doing so, taking out or interfering with could help assist in that type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just a little distracted by Scarlett just now.
I'm sure you were. I'm sure you were. I'm very thankful to actually have a. Oh yeah,
OMD.
There he is. Look at you.
Oh, sorry,
OMD.
OMD. I forgot you're. Yeah, you called it, bro. I forgot you're behind.
No, we're going to another commercial break here real quick.
Yep.
I'm very fortunate to actually have a couple of autograph photos, one of Karrion Kross and one of Scarlett Bordeaux.
Still jealous that you went on that cruise there, Karl. Or was
well,
that?
I didn't even get those. No, that wasn't on any of the cruises. That was in the Pro Wrestling Crate from ProWrestlingTees.com. That's where I got those autographs, and they came to both of them in one box.
You just made me spend. You just made me spend the money I don't have yet. Because I've been thinking about, like, because as you guys know, and most of the chat knows, starting January, I'm going to be taking classes to become a tax pro for H&R Block.
Yes.
I read up what the pay in Ontario, Canada for a tax pro for H&R Block could be. And I'm spending my money before I even have it.
Right.
Because it's good.
Yeah.
It is good pay.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it is. It is definitely.
And you just made me think maybe I should try and get a Pro Wrestling Tees box or a Pro Wrestling Crate box to add to my wrestling collection, you know?
And I mean, I will be completely honest with everybody. I did it for a year and a half. I was mostly satisfied with the crates themselves. There were a few kind of hokey bullshit items that were kind of in there, but for the majority of it, I got 2 t-shirts. I got an autographed 8x10, sometimes 2. I got micro brawlers. A micro brawler in each one, and I even received chase variations of things from the crates. So collectible pins that I got chase variations of as well. So for those alone, for me, it was worth it to get the pins, or to get a pin, a micro brawler, 2 t-shirts, and an autographed 8x10 was fantastic. And I've shown everybody before my my Hurricane.
Yeah, that's honestly that's one of my favorite figures of yours.
This is
I'm surprised
one of the
he's
micro
not standing
brawlers
like that.
Like,
to be honest.
And they look fantastic. Like, they're actually
they look legit.
Yeah.
Like, there's no. I've seen these things because I, as some people know, I used to live with Karl, so I got to see the product. Your T-shirt is no joke. It is a legit T-shirt, not some thin material that you're like, why do I have this? It's garbage. No, it's legit. And we're coming back to some wrestling, boys.
Yes, we are.
The little lady doing okay?
Opportunity to go and check out Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yes.
Pick up one of the crates, even just pick up one to try it. She is surviving.
Okay. I mean, we'll talk about it later, but thank you.
And that's why I said pro wrestling. And that's why I said Pro Wrestling Tees, because when I want to buy my wrestling t-shirts, that's where I go to for my wrestling t-shirt needs, you know?
For sure.
I'll give you, if you're like a vintage, like us guys, we're all 80s guys. If you want some good 80s t-shirts, 80stees.com. Great place to get t-shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, get the tag.
Don't get the tag.
No,
damn it.
Damn.
Don't get the tag.
He got it.
I was going to say we need the AOP to cut the corner off.
Well, see, you got to give Kofi a little bit of a run and then just hammer him down and cut the corner and then just go to work.
Ooh, that was wild.
That was pretty cool, though.
Whoa.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
Someone check on Xavier Woods, please.
Check on the both of them. It looked like their heads connected on that dive.
Yeah, that's okay. I thought I was the only one that's seen that. Holy. If they're not concussed, I'd be impressed.
I don't want this. No.
Someone's got to interfere.
Hey, if Miz is still hanging around ringside, and you still got Scarlett and Karrion Kross out there, I'd say,
of course,
get Paul involved. But I get worried anytime he tries. Yeah, I was gonna say I get a little too worried when he gets involved in things.
Okay, so that's
unfortunately though, so this is a semifinal.
Dude, you so called this.
The semifinal for the final to go up against the Judgment Day, and we know the Judgment Day is a heel faction. We know that the Authors of Pain are part of a heel faction. So unfortunately, put 2 and 2 together.
Come on. I knew that was going to happen, though, but come on. Again, OMD called this. Jeez, dude.
Are you 5 minutes behind again, OMD, or are you?
No, I've already got the finish.
Okay.
What if our truth becomes that conduit that mends the fences between Xavier and Kofi?
No, I don't want that to happen.
No. Oh, in comes. Yeah, I seen that happening.
Oh, okay.
Look,
never mind.
You called it again. What if? No, he's not letting them. So that just divides even more.
Oh no is right, Bobby.
Woods restraining Kofi.
Yeah, dude, that's just gonna divide even more. Oh no. Oh, please tell me.
We all know what this means.
Please. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, I want to turn my phone on now. Oh, it does too. Look. Oh my God, she's crazy. Banzai.
Dude, if this is War Games, give me this match for War Games, please.
Take my money now. Take my whole check. I don't care. The Miz literally just turtled. Is that who's in the middle of the ring?
Yeah, it's the Miz.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I mean, that's the best way to stay out of trouble. Just turtle.
Or do what Lillian just did. Just fucking book it.
Well, you got 2 giant guys come. What in the world are we? No. Seriously? Oh, catch. That was cool.
Okay, so if this becomes more, with the Wyatt Six and the Final Testament, leaving the Miz out of the equation now, which won't be out of the equation because this is why. This, I think, could 100% help elevate the Final Testament. A feud with these two factions would be amazing.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah. And it's funny that I mentioned Ellering not taking a bump earlier.
Right?
Even Bobby's invested in this. I am too, dude. 100% I am.
Like I said earlier, Bobby, if this is War Games, give me my money. Or take my money. If we get 3 War Games matches this year, I'd be okay with it.
That's all you would need for the entire PLE.
Yeah. Or we could even do 2 men's. I mean, do we necessarily need to have 1 woman, 1 men's every year? Not necessarily.
I think we do.
Yeah, but it all depends on like what the story is telling us, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. I think we do, but
enough.
Please, I'm going to say this. Please leave Damage Control out of the women's War Games match this year.
Why? You don't want to see Io Sky diving off the cage with a trash can again?
No, I'm good.
Awesome. That was awesome. I'm not gonna lie, that was cool.
It's literally become Io Sky's match now.
It has.
It's true.
Dude, that was intense.
Who put up tents? Where?
I got like seeing the Wyatt Six come in like that. Goosebumps every time.
Well, here's the thing that even I forgot to cover it on the locker room breakdown last week. But every time, whenever the Wyatt Six would put up a tease, it was always during a Final Testament segment over the last few weeks.
And let's not even forget the history between Uncle Howdy / Bo Dallas and the Miz with the B team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Wow, forgot about that.
Wow. Keeps you going.
It does.
Huh. I agree with Best. If that is literally the only match for that whole entire pay-per-view, take my money.
But here's the other thing I've been saying too. Like, we could have a women's War Games, we could have a men's War Games, but who's to say that we can't have a Survivor Series match too on the card?
Right.
Yeah, nothing says that we can't.
I would love to see a traditional Survivor Series match. I would love to see. I know it's now the Survivor Series War Games. I would still love to go back to the traditional Survivor Series where you have, you get your title match, but the other 4 or 5 matches are those elimination tags.
Here's the thing when it comes to Survivor Series matches. Those were interesting ways to build up new angles between wrestlers you wouldn't really see fighting each other on a weekly basis, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
This is true. Very, very true. I'm just excited about wrestling again. This is with all these really cool factions like this. That's pretty cool. Oh, we got a 2K24. Let him in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the new Fiend mask and everything that was supposed to debut.
Yeah, before Bray sadly passed away.
Yes.
I'm very happy that they added this version of Bray to the game. Unfortunately, again, as I mentioned before, it is an extra $13.50 on the PlayStation Store to buy to get the DLC.
Yeah.
It does not come as part of the season pack that you purchase with the game sometimes.
Right.
But now they're showing us a lot of different things there, including like Bo Dallas as Uncle Howdy, and they've even put it as Bo Dallas, as Uncle Howdy. The Firefly Funhouse characters, are all of those included in that $15?
Yeah.
Or is it
you can
only?
No. I'm gonna correct you, Bubba, because you said that
That's
you mentioned
yours.
it. You said it a little bit wrong on here. Is we're still getting destruction between Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins on our screen.
Right.
But what it is you do get the Bray Wyatt with the new look, the Fiend with the new look. You get the Uncle Howdy, the new Uncle Howdy look, because the Uncle Howdy that's in the game is actually the older version.
Right.
But what you get with the Firefly Funhouse characters is you get a card that allows you to use them in your My Faction. Your My Faction is like a kind of like a card battling game within the game.
Yeah. But I'm here nor there. That is something that's including like the Bray Wyatt action figure look character.
Yes.
For $15, you're getting all of that.
Yeah, and it's
what you see is what you get.
Yeah, it's not a bad deal, but
it's a great deal considering, and it's all brand new, like things that you haven't even seen on screen, like that Fiend mask with the mask on the back too.
Yeah, because I won't lie, when they announced that like a month ago, before they even started showing it on TV, like when they announced it on my video game sites, I'm like, I don't know if I want this because I've already got Bray Wyatt, I've got the Fiend, I've got Uncle Howdy. And then they revealed everything that comes with it,
Right.
But yeah, if you're like us and you have the game and you're a diehard wrestler, you're going to pay that money for that because it doesn't mean nothing because you're getting all that product.
Yeah.
Well, some of the people on screen. I'm not a gamer, so
no.
But you can appreciate the aspect of you're getting all that product for $15.
Right. Definitely. I can always appreciate a deal. When I talk about a deal, I just picked up an external hard drive for myself.
Nice.
$180 got me a 6 terabyte external hard drive.
That's actually that's a deal.
That's
right.
Because I'm in the market. I'm in the market for an external hard drive for myself, and most of the 6 terabytes I've been finding are around $250. So
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I found this. This was an Amazon deal, an Amazon find. I have Amazon Prime, so I used it. It was not a Prime deal days. It's a Western Digital 6 terabyte desktop external. It's a powered external.
So you got a good one.
I took a look. I made sure I got a good brand. It was number 8 out of the top 50.
It is. So, yeah.
I did good. I feel I did good. So
when did the Intercontinental title start looking so cool?
A couple weeks ago.
When Jey first
when
Jey first won it.
Okay. So my opinion on that title has officially changed. I like it now. All they needed was a little color, and I've said it on air before, and apparently Jey Uso must watch this show because it's got a little bit of color now, and I like it. That's all it needed right there. That's it.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Little touch of color.
Not pristine, but that, like, it means something now.
It stands out more.
Yes. I want
honestly,
that. I don't know.
Not gonna lie, not a Philadelphia Flyers fan, but I do like that shirt that Jay's got on.
It is cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go, boys. Do know that Jey Uso, Mr. Yeet, watches this show because he heard me. There you go.
He must have. Yeah.
Like, that looks awesome now. I like it. Doesn't look like that 24/7 title anymore.
yeet. Let me hear you say yeet. Let me hear you say yeet.
Yeet.
Everybody needs to be like Bobby. And if you're watching this, hit that thumbs up button, like the video on YouTube. Give us a subscribe over there as well. We have got programming nearly every day of the week, except for Sundays. But Sundays, you can check out the Chris Perish podcast and check out somebody that is part of the Turnbuckle affiliation program. As we make our way back to Monday Night Raw, we are getting Damage Control coming out to the ring. I'm loving hearing Lillian Garcia again.
Right. Love it.
Okay, so I'm just going to put this out there. If you aren't sold on Raquel Rodriguez as a heel, that promo just did it.
Oh.
That promo sold me on her as a heel.
Good.
Yep. She brought up points that I believe OMD and Bubba were talking about in on the Locker Room Breakdown about how Rhea cost them the women's tag team titles.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's now making me look forward to what Rhea and Raquel are going to do in the ring against one another.
Yes. And I'm hoping that we get that match sooner than later.
Yeah, I think it might happen.
Not too fast, though. I won't build that. Like, you got to build the hate between these two women a little bit more, I think, and then have it hit the ring. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the hate's there, but let's get down and dirty and just, talk poop about each other and stuff
like we have been seeing already. I kind of now want to see a moment in the ring where Raquel and her just brawl it out, and Rhea gets the upper hand this time around because Raquel got the upper hand last time. So
it needs to continue on for 54 days, 17 hours, 16 minutes, and 32 seconds. Then it explodes.
So you're saying Saturday night's main event?
Could be.
I don't know what's between now and that time.
I have no clue. No clue.
Oh, God. Karl breaking down the timeline of everything's going to blow up at this point. Right there. Mark that on your calendar, people. The Poopa Caca will hit the fan at that exact second.
It might. It might not.
But yeah,
Christmas morning.
Bobby's got a good point here. Let's continue this on a little bit further and then have Raquel eliminate Rhea Ripley from the Royal Rumble match. And then we can keep Raquel in a good spot within the company and keeping that heat on her, the heel heat, and just really do some good things with that. I think that would be a fantastic idea.
You're not. And I'm going to put a little. I like that, and I'm going to put a little bit of a spin on it. I know you're not going to like this one, Karl.
Don't you talk about my live.
I have to. I have to, and it does involve the Money in the Bank briefcase. So Raquel goes on and wins the Rumble. Tiffy cashes in on Liv, wins. Raquel goes and beats Nia at Mania.
We're going to put you in timeout, OMD.
Yeah. Oh, he literally put him on timeout. What a Back up. That's so mean. Jesus. I was not.
I understand that I'm the one that's not feeling well here, but I gotta ask, OMD, what kind of drugs are you on right now?
I am stone cold
really
sober.
He said stone. Did you steal my shit?
I'll give him credit,
stone cold sober.
I'll give him credit. At least he's
well,
got an
the
imagination.
stuff I do have is called stone cold. So.
Oh, that's funny.
Did you get it on March 16th?
Yep.
Actually, no, because that would make my stuff real stale.
Not if you keep it in the freezer.
Dude, as soon as it comes home, I'm opening it.
I know.
It would go from being stone cold to skunk cold.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that. It's going to be a couple weeks
are...
from what the doctor tells me. I was at the emergency pretty much all night after I got off work, went immediately to the emergency room at the hospital and didn't get home till about noon. Yeah. And he says it could be a couple weeks.
For a moment there, I thought Jakara Jackson was actually eating one of those cake pops, but...
Right? What a cool little thing, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, I see someone sporting Street Trash t-shirt now.
Yeah, that's Raquel.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
You're welcome, Captain Oblivious.
Where is he? He was supposed to be. He was on the graphics and everything. Where's Dom?
Yeah, where is Dom?
Oh, that was such a cool picture of Liv Morgan there that they just flashed up really quick.
Yeah,
on the graphic here.
Yeah, no, not this
the
graphic
first one,
but the first one
where
they
switched.
Like, yeah, I really liked that one. Yeah,
I gotta learn how to do transitions like that so I can make our PLE patrols look awesome like that.
I gotta find that photo.
That was she looked like
photo is like my background.
It looked like she had like the vampire cloak behind her kind of thing.
Yes.
Like she's just like that was cool, dude. Like that, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
She was also dressed up in the gear that you would normally see women wearing at one of those Saudi shows in that photo too. And it
that's 100%. But she
and
still
it was
looked
still
phenomenal.
Beautiful as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Like that even caught my attention. And I'm not much of a Liv Morgan like you are. I appreciate, but I just like that was damn. Oh, powerbomb. Oh no, okay, never mind.
I think this is what I'm liking about Raquel Rodriguez is just like I know how much of a sweetheart she is outside of the ring because everyone I've read interviews about has said nothing but positive things about her.
Right. Yeah.
And watching her compared to that and watching her in the ring, you can tell she's one evil mama jama in this ring. You know?
Right. I have to say that she has definitely grown over the last few years. To go from somebody who you were like, oh yeah, that is total green. That's never going to go any place to what we're seeing out of her now and seeing how she's able to get into this character and really embody what it is. That it takes a lot for a professional to do. Lots of them, they're like, oh no, I've always been this and I can't play, the other side of the coin. She has been able to do both right now and make it look believable and good. Yep. So kudos to her.
I mean, I know there was
No.
A number of years ago, we were all saying the same thing about Liv, that she was so green, she wasn't going to go anywhere. And
Nia Jax,
look at what she's done. Yeah.
Here's the other one. A lot of people totally disregarded Becky Lynch during her time in NXT as well. Because she was, at that point, when she was on NXT, she was just another face on the roster. She was just there. She took some wins. She took some losses, whatever. But it was like we moved on and we kind of completely forgot about her because we were focused on maybe something that Paige might have been doing at that time, you know?
Right?
Right. Yeah.
And now look at Becky. Now she's basically the
nice.
top woman other than Rhea
That was
on the WWE roster.
You can also add Alexa Bliss to that list.
Yeah.
That is, wow, that's a nice belt.
I see. I'm on the opposite side on that one when it comes to Bliss. The moment I saw her with Buddy Murphy and who the hell was Buddy Murphy's tag team partner in NXT?
Wesley Blake.
Yeah, there. Thank you. I saw those two as the more generic ones of the two, but with Alexa Bliss there, Alexa Bliss was what made them stand out.
Right.
To me, at least.
I said that right from the very beginning as well. With Alexa Bliss, 100%. I said that right from the very beginning that she needs her time, but she is going to be that top star.
Yeah.
Right. And even Carmella, we can add Carmella to that.
Sorry.
I mean,
Who?
Carmella?
I don't know who that is.
Corey Graves' wife.
I didn't know he was married. Who?
Neither did I.
Okay.
That's my thoughts on the Princess of Staten Island. No.
I do see where OMD is coming from because we all thought that Enzo and Cass were going to be the standouts between the three of them. But
they were.
Now they're not. Enzo, we don't care where the hell he is for the most part.
MLW, bruh. He's making a big name there.
So I don't give a shit about him.
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't hate him. The same about you.
I hate his fucking guts. He's a douche nozzle.
Douche nozzle.
That's a good way to put it. I like that.
Yeah. But Cass, on the other hand, I like what he's doing in AEW. And Mella,
isn't he part of TNA too?
No. Wait, is it TNA?
Big
no,
Kaz,
he's with Jericho. No,
he's XL.
Yeah.
No, he's with Jericho under the Learning Tree.
Yes. Big deal. He was in TNA for a while as Cass Triple XL.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he got himself over there, like he put in the work there, and then AEW signed him, and really they didn't know what to do with him for a long time, so they'd have him shuffle between partners. Now he is really starting to stand out under the Learning
Tree. Good. He's a good wrestler.
And Mella, on the other hand, yeah, she does stand out on her own now. But let's face it, I don't think she would have been there without James Ellsworth.
No.
So I'm not a fan of Carmella, but when I was buying trading cards, I did luck out. So I was hoping that maybe she would have gotten bigger. Maybe that's why I'm so sour.
Oh, wow. Nice. An autographed one. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be a little bitter too, bro. Awesome.
Nice.
That's still pretty cool, though, you know?
Yeah. It is. Oh, and somebody who's still there.
No way.
I can't tell who that is. Oh, Kathy.
Kelly.
Sorry, I didn't see the words at the top.
Well, we're back
then I got
to
a
some
Trish,
awesome wrestling.
who will forever be in my heart.
No, thank you. Again, personal opinions.
By the way, kind of just looking at Raquel's gear there, she's got a little bit of a tribute to Diesel in her gear.
Yep.
See that?
A little bit. Yep.
And she's got the Rock's boots. They got the Brahma bull on the front of them. I'm sure it's just a generic bull on the front, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Oh,
I'm just messing around.
no.
Oh, done. Should have left the big monster in there.
I'm still trying to figure out where the hell is Dom.
I don't know.
Probably in the back. Oh, that's one way to get your knee all discombobulated.
Yeah. That happened to me once. Hurt my knee. Something fierce doing that, getting that done.
Whoops. Just dropped my phone like I don't even need it. Oh, what a missile drop kick. Holy.
Ooh.
That was intense. Sorry,
This is
It's okay. I'm getting the drop.
This is where we're gonna see
Dom
come on. This is where we need to see Dom come in.
I gotta say, Io Sky, since coming to the main roster, or since coming back to the main roster, I should say, from when she was released, she's improved leaps and bounds over the last 2 years.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, she's doing all right.
What?
You're just saying that because she was just in there beating up your girl there, Carl.
Yeah, she's just doing all right. Watch your tongue.
Whoa. Oh, that was cool. That was really cool, actually.
Yeah, I like that. I like that maneuver out of
damage control. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
What a move. Like, just what do you figure the top rope stands at? What, 4 foot or something? The top of the top rope, you know? She was like another foot above that when she came down on Liv Morgan.
Yeah, the top rope for most rings usually come up to about my armpit. So yeah, about 4.5 feet, I would say.
Give or take, yeah.
Yeah, they really should. I wouldn't mind seeing Ellsworth back on my screen, even if it was for like a comedy spot in the Royal Rumble. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
I can't disagree because I thought he was funny. Jeez, Liv, just taking the missile drop kicks. Holy!
Oh yeah, she is a selling machine tonight, man.
Like that's
who is that?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend.
These are the two ladies from NXT, correct?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, they're trying to make their mark in the women's tag team division.
My God, look at the boots she's wearing in that ring. Wow. Cleats like 2 inches deep.
Yep.
Holy.
I gotta say, like, anytime I see that, even with Jakara Jackson too, anytime I see a woman wearing heels in the ring, I get worried, you know?
What the heck is she trying to do here? Whoa, what in the world?
That's what she's trying to do.
What was that? Holy. What in the world was that? That was impressive, dude.
Yeah, these two are impressive. They definitely are.
But I don't feel that they're ready for the main roster just yet. And I know I said the same thing about Liv Morgan some years ago. And now look where she is.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
But again, how long did Liv Morgan flip-flop when she first came onto the main roster? Till she found her footing. To me, she did a little bit. But that, again, personal opinion, right?
Yeah. She stuck it out with Ruby Riott and crew for however long that lasted.
Like I said, flip-flop, because that's a joke. She would have been better off coming in on her own.
Well, she was already part of the Riot Squad in NXT, so they all came up together.
Da, 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 da.
Bobby Stats, me too. I love Maven.
Yep.
What was that?
I do not. No, stop it. Stop it, you stupid. No.
Wow. That's awesome.
No.
There's a part of me that wants to see Rhea Ripley turn that submission maneuver into like a giant swing type maneuver while she's doing it.
Well, could you imagine the pressure that would put on your legs if you spun?
Could you imagine still talking and not mentioning that we had just had a run-in Perish?
When you talk about Rhea Ripley and legs, I can understand.
I mean, okay. We have two of the most beautiful women in wrestling on our screen right now. There's Dom. A little day late and a dollar short, buddy. Wearing the Latino Heat t-shirts.
Actually, it says Latino Cheat.
Latino Cheat. That's great.
Yeah, that's Dom's new t-shirt. That's
I gotta get one of those.
Yeah,
it's not a bad looking shirt, to be honest.
No.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Again, Karl, I think you missed it, but Liv was on her way out of the ring.
Yeah.
Like over the top rope.
Yeah.
Rhea grabbed her by the hair and stopped her from hitting her face off the mat. Pulled her back up. I was like, holy crap.
Oh, I saw.
Okay.
I multitask.
Your poor girl almost died.
I would have revived her. They're still battling it out. Holy shit. That caught me off
guard, dude.
Tonight, they are just all over each other. Like white on rice, fat kid on Smarties.
What's Adam Pearce going to say?
Holy hell.
Man, he's pissed. Look how red he is.
And of course, my signal has to buffer.
Of course it would.
There we go. There we go.
Made. That's crazy. Did you get that, OMD?
I came back, but I completely missed the segment. It's
basically Adam Pearce went Santa Claus red and made the match for Crown Jewel.
But before that, he said, did you guys ever stop to consider that maybe I was going to give you what you want? No, you didn't. But I'm going to anyways.
Yeah.
And then said, Crown Jewel. There you go.
Okay.
I kind of like that we got a little bit of old school Adam Pearce in that promo.
Scrap Daddy in full force.
Yeah, I was going to say Scrap Daddy, like 100%.
Hi, Bobby.
Bobby.
Okay, so we got another tag team championship number 1 contenders tournament match.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus American Made.
It's nice to see that they're wearing the same colors, like an actual tag team.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And again, I mean, this all really seems very, how do I put this? Predetermined. Yes, I know it is predetermined, but we've got the tag team in the Judgment Day that's a heel tag team. Are they really going to have heel tag team versus heel tag team for the championships? Or is this now just all for naught because we know the faces are always going to go over until we get to the final?
Well, I think this is a whole thing to build the War Raiders.
Yeah, because, I mean, we had the War Raiders return last week. I actually have American Made going over in this match.
By the way, if you
because you still have to get to the finals.
Right.
So you've got whoever wins this match is going to take on the New Day next week, and I can't remember who's going to face the War Raiders next week. To then get to the final, probably the week after, and then at Crown Jewel, you'll get the Judgment Day defending against the War Raiders in all likelihood.
Okay, Mr. Perish, you seem to want to chime in. Please do.
No, I think American Made is probably going to win this. I do think we're going to get American Made and War Raiders kind of battle it out to see who most likely defeats Finn and JD, because I do think if the War Raiders win this, we're going to see them as the new tag champions.
Okay.
Because there's just a lot of heels on this tag team scene. Actually, in fact, I'm actually going to talk at length about the tag team division on this upcoming episode of the Chris Perish podcast. We got a little sidetracked with football because I had the football guy on there. So we talked a little football. So we're going to talk a little bit more of the tag team thing. But I do think we have a lot of heel tag teams on Raw. We have a few babyface, but a lot of babyface teams that aren't doing much. And I think you can probably have those number one contender feuds, those mid-card feuds with tag teams that don't involve the titles, maybe more of those, I don't want to say blood feuds, but more feuds based on over something else other than a championship.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay.
But I think titles for the War Raiders just makes all the sense in the world. Then you can have the Creeds be the team that takes them away from them. And I think that really helps build now two new teams kind of in that tag team division. War Raiders aren't new, but they're fresh because we haven't seen them in a while. Creed's 100% new and fresh to the tag team division.
I like that. And as we mentioned earlier in the show tonight, make sure Sundays at 12:15 you are watching the Chris Perish podcast. It is not streaming on Turnbuckle Studios, but you can find it by searching for the Chris Perish podcast.
A great show with you and Jack yesterday, by the way, Perish. I really liked it. As someone who's still learning the game of football, I actually picked up on a lot of things you guys talked about.
Well, thank you. We like to do what we can. It's just also nice to talk some football once in a while, but I understand people want wrestling, so I will guarantee that this Sunday, all wrestling, no football.
Perish, you'll be proud of me because I remembered my Prime login info, so I've got the Leaf game on my tablet.
I'm not proud of you. I'm shocked that you haven't done it earlier.
Well, now he's just using up all
I'm
the
just happy
resources.
because we want you here. We want to spend time with you, and you're just like, nah, I got to do one thing at a time. Nah, can't do this. So happy that you're doing that. Good job. You know what? I am proud of you. I take that back.
Thank you. No, I honestly, I never remember my login info for that stuff because I always just set it to automatically save. So I actually had to take a guess at it.
Okay, OMD, I know that you're vintage on the age. Then just get a pad of paper and write things down. It really saves a lot of time.
Oh, I love this look.
Well, thank you. I do it myself.
I want that vest.
Well,
I want that.
You can have it.
That is awesome.
It really gives you Sons of Anarchy vibe, eh?
Right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Karl, can you just give me a thumbs up on the private chat?
On the what?
The private chat.
I didn't even see that come through, so
that's what she said.
very, very cool. Very, very cool promo for the War Raiders. 100%.
That was awesome.
And I do like that kind of new look to them as well. Still kind of keeping with that Viking type of style, but moving a little bit more nowadays.
It's new age.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of their version of the American Badass kind of a style too. Like there's a lot of parallels, I think, when Taker went to the American Badass gimmick, that you're kind of seeing something very similar with the Viking or with the War Raiders, kind of going the same thing now. They're a little bit more relatable in that sense, but then also they kind of go into that Viking thing a little bit as well, because that is what they are. That's what keeps them different, but this makes them relatable.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll even say this: I wouldn't be upset to see like Damian Priest kind of like align himself with the War Raiders a little bit, and we kind of almost see them as a trio moving forward.
I like it.
That would be interesting. I got to figure out where to get Dom's t-shirt.
WWE shop.
Thank you. As soon as I said it, I'm like, dumbass WWE shop.
Right? Dumbass.
Thank you, Carl. This is why you're my brother.
JD, I guess, raided Beetlejuice's closet with those pants.
Right.
Either that or he traveled back in time and raided Danny Davis's locker.
Oh, maybe.
Well, if you just replace the white with the red, you can say he took the Fiend's stuff, right?
That too.
The War Raiders already have gear on here. That's good.
Another one of my favorite females on the roster right now, Ivy Nile. And I hope that this really does something for all of them. I hope being with Chad Gable kind of helps push them a little bit more, elevate them a little bit more, which I believe it already has been. And I'm happy about that. I'd like to see Ivy Nile shine a little bit more as well, though.
What I'm happy about is seeing the unity in the red, white, and blue colors on their gear. I like that a lot.
Oh, very much so. Well, I mean, you're American made, right? So you kind of have to show. I was the extreme Canadian. I kind of had to show that, right?
Yeah.
And kind of continue going along. If they brought in like a Damian Priest to kind of go with the War Raiders, and they were say to go after American Made, then you can have like a Chad Gable versus Damian Priest. You can have the Creeds go up against the War Raiders, and then you're like, oh, okay, Ivy Nile could be like that extra hand, and then all of a sudden on Holla, Sarah Logan comes back, and there you go, you're up and running with that whole thing.
Yeah, that's beautiful. It's poetry in motion.
And to be honest, I wouldn't mind seeing Valhalla back in the ring again.
Bobby coming in saying Chad Gable would be a great as Intercontinental Champion. I completely agree.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
He's my pick to win the 2025 Money in the Bank.
That's right, Pete. The famous five all together once again.
Yep.
5 Alive.
Yeah.
Five Alive. That was the last cruise that I was on.
Well, I mean,
so on the back,
C+.
Oh, there you go. WWE actually has some really good deals going on right now for t-shirts.
WWE also has a great match in the ring right now, Bubba.
Yes,
I know, but I'm looking at product, okay? Like you, I'm spending money I don't got yet.
Yeah.
We all do that, all right?
Right. Yep.
He's taking OMD's spot tonight and just being on his phone.
Yeah, for once, OMD's not on the phone. That was loud.
Sorry, you.
Good tag team work going on here by American Made.
I'm kind of glad that they didn't turn American Made into like a comedy gimmick, because I thought of what it would be like if they were a comedy gimmick. And I imagined them coming out to the American Males theme song, but instead of American Males, they say American Made.
I don't know, that laugh that just happened was kind of comical.
That was weird.
I kind of hope we do see a little bit of that side, because that's exactly what somebody like a Kurt Angle made like absolute famous. That's what kind of added to what he is now, one of the all-time greats, because we all know how good he is in the ring. And I think we all know by now just how different the Creed brothers are in the ring. Now, do they need the championships to kind of like be a little bit on that another level? Absolutely. Championships and accolades go a long way, especially in WWE. But to show that range actually gives them an ability to, be on TV more, do more with different people, have that kind of a long-lasting segue. Plus, the more we see of them, the more they can do, the bigger of players are going to be on Raw or even on SmackDown or any show that they're on.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, this is true. Chad Gable does have the comedic chops. We've seen it in the past. And at some point, it would be interesting to see the Creed brothers flex those comedic chops at some point,
Yeah.
Yep. And while we are at commercial, I'm going to take my leave for a moment, gentlemen.
Okay.
Does that mean that we are getting ourselves a locker room visit from
and I'm not acknowledging OMD.
OMD? That's right. We actually have merchandise that you can pick up, including a locker room visit t-shirts. You can find all of that at karlkarufel.redbubble.com. It's time for a Bubba Deuce.
Bruh, I forgot you had that. Oh, what's that?
But
that's cool.
This is the actual Boar's Nest Bubba Duke shirt that is available.
Dude, that's cool.
Karl Karufel has got one, and I don't know why, but there it is. Even Mr. Chris Best's Tinkle Towers is available. I need to collaborate with Mr. Chris Perish if he would like to have some merchandise over there as well. That is something that him and I will discuss at a later date. But for sure, I know that Karl, he is in the works of hopefully getting merch as well for himself.
Hey, Karl, and you'll get this reference, as a lot of people will, but hands off the merchandise, all right?
Yeah.
and that actually reminds me, Karl, and I know I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks, but I still got to send you some Saturday Night Gaming stuff. now that we've got the new logo, I got to send that off to you, actually.
Yes, new logos for a few of the different shows, updated logos for some of these shows as well.
And some of the works.
I mean, now may even be a really good time for this, as long as it is all up and ready. Is it, Mr. Perish?
Oh yeah, it's been up for a while. I'm young, all right. I was a go-getter.
Just show the video.
Well, go ahead and hit that button then.
All right, when I hit full screen. Okay, cool. 1 second. Here we go. Enjoy.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m., followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursday we get a variety stream with the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Friday we game again with Unleashed, the Jessica Wilde story at 7 p.m. Following the game, join us for the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Perish podcast at 12:15 p.m. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
There you go. Big thank you to Mr. Chris Perish for the audio that was used within that commercial. The vocals, thank you to the person that did that for us, and for the background music that you heard to Mr. Chris Perish. We are definitely doing what we can within the branding and the company of Turnbuckle Studios and with the Chris Perish podcast to better ourselves and make it so that once we are able to start making the monies from doing these shows, that we will not have any roadblocks in our way with any type of copyright issues. And that was one of the changes that we did to help us with that. So thank you, Mr. Perish.
Yeah, and last night I was reminded of a certain site, Karl, that I'm going to pass on to you and anybody else who wants it, for that has all kinds of royalty-free music.
The thing is about royalty music, and this was the issue of why we changed that, a royalty song can still get a copyright because royalty music just means you cannot monetize off it. So
not with this gentleman that I know that does the music, though. You can still collect royalties and money off of him, or money for his videos or for his music.
Then that's more of a copyright free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just has royalty free on his website.
Yeah. No, and that's something too. Like if you're just a streamer or whatever, and you're trying to find that difference too, like, so you got to be careful on the royalty free, copyright free, just wording, because there are times where royalty free might be okay to use, but things like a YouTube will still flag you for a copyright thing because you might not be able to monetize off of it. And if you're in that position where you're looking to be monetized, that's going to be a roadblock for you. So just be aware. And just a little advice, because that's exactly what we encountered. Just
whoa. That startled the crap out of me. Holy.
I thought it was just perfect time because Mr. Perish broke it down for us beautifully, and it's true. The more you know.
Oh, nice save. This is a great match we're watching, boys.
Oh, yeah.
It is like this mix of style between the two, right? You've got American Made with the ground and pound, like the athletic to them, but then you've got the high flying aspect of the LWO in there. They're making it blend beautifully right now.
Yeah.
This is totally like this match is totally taking me back to 2006 with Rey Mysterio and Kurt Angle,
Yeah, I guess to a degree, yeah. I do want to mention, though, that American Made, the two creeds, they have come quite a long way because they have caught both luchadors and saved them from really fumbling up.
Do it, Ivy. Do it, Ivy. Let's go.
That can go a series of two ways, though. That could be one, they're catching a guy before, or they could just be at the wrong spot. Because Rey Mysterio did say on an interview that Logan Paul didn't save him. In fact, Logan Paul was just too far away to begin with. That he had him. He's like, I'm almost 50. I can't jump that far anyway.
True enough. Okay.
So
no.
Oh yeah.
Son of a bitch.
The Lucha King and the Lucha Prince win the match. Whoop whoop. Did I spoil that, OMD? I'm sorry.
You did.
Sorry. I got excited.
OMD sounded like he was angry with that.
I mean, to be fair, I just got the finish too because I stream. I don't watch TV anymore.
Right.
But
that was awesome. I got excited. I'm sorry.
And I said, I got giddy.
So we got a face tag team taking on a face tag team taking on a new blood tag team.
Right.
That's what I was afraid of.
Well, it sort of makes sense that we have all heels now, because now it's a triple threat final. All babyface. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you've got the New Day, who are sort of split right now because we don't know what's going on with Woods.
And we don't even really know if the War Raiders are babyface or heel at this point. I mean, last week, yes, they had a babyface match, but we're not really too certain, right? If they're babyface just yet.
I mean, true.
I'm loving like these posters in the background there. Bruno Sammartino,
right?
Fred Blassie, the Blackjack Mulligan versus Dusty with Wahoo McDaniel versus the Masked Superstar. Like,
High Chief Peter Maivia.
Yeah, over on the side there. Oh my goodness, those are beautiful. I've got show posters in the studio here, but to kind of have and maybe own some original vintage ones would be amazing. Professor Tanaka, even back there,
right?
Oh my goodness! Oh, those are beautiful. Sorry.
No, dude, it's
I was fangirling over posters,
right? We get it.
Okay, well, I mean, I've never really been big on Bron Breakker, but I have to give him credit and kudos for the promo work that he has been doing as of late. That I felt that I could understand his emotions and where he was coming from, and that anger that he's got, and that determination to win back that Intercontinental Championship. Good on him.
I think Bron Breakker needs to check out RVD's guy about maybe airbrushing some stuff on his tights. Because, man, that crap is boring looking.
I mean, it's to the point, though. Badass Breakker.
He's making Ryback's gear look creative, man.
No.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
That's bad.
I mean, at least Ryback had some designs on it.
I mean,
he just has Badass and Breakker on it.
True.
Like, Braun Strowman's shirts say more, and it doesn't.
Oh my god! You're a pretty big guy to be talking like that when you're not face to face with the man.
Hey, am I wrong?
I'm pleading the fifth because I don't want to get beat.
You're not wrong.
There we go. Real men say it. All right, I'm not afraid.
Yeah. Braun has borrowed his dad's singlets before to wrestle in, so why not just do some of those?
Yeah, like I don't know why didn't Rick just hook Braun up with the guy who designed his tights?
Because
his tights.
He's no longer with us.
Yeah, I was going to say probably doesn't even exist anymore.
I was going to say the guy. Yeah, he's probably
unalived.
He probably took a first class flight to Part Unknown and retired there. Also, to say that, why doesn't he just borrow Daddy's clothes? Does anybody here just want to wear Daddy's clothes for the rest of their careers? I don't think so. Yeah.
No. Doesn't matter how much you wash that stuff. It just, that's not right.
Imagine if like Mick Foley's kid wanted to be like Mankind Jr. and he had to wear that mask. Oh my God. Leather, sweat, years, bag,
blood.
Gross.
As long as Dewey comes out with a cane, that's I wouldn't care.
Any of Foley's gear, to be honest with you. I mean, if you heard some,
I would just do the Billy Madison meme where he's talking to the guy about like the jock strap. It's like, oh, that's just, or even the Big Daddy where he's talking about the guy with the 5-year plan.
Or the 8 Crazy Nights with the jock strap.
I don't think he'd be eating it.
No, but that dude just made.
Where in the Raw Patrol hell is your head going towards there, Christopher?
Well, I'll take you there if you let me finish my thought.
I don't know if I want
to. All right, Beth's in timeout now. Oh no, Bubba's in timeout.
Bubba might be gone. Bubba be gone. I'll give you the opportunity, but
I was just going to say, like when he said the loser has to eat the jock strap, and then you cut over to the guy doing the exercise with the jock strap and how disgusting it looked.
I just like it because it got the fat guy going, "Why are you reading that?" And just still absolutely breaks me.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I saw that movie, and my brother and I giggled like we have never seen a comedy movie, and we're like, I'm like 30, he's like almost 40 at the time, and it was just my mom was like, "What are you kids like giggling over?" And we're just like, "This movie's hilarious."
Yeah.
Best Hanukkah movie ever.
Yeah.
And I'm not even Jewish. No, Bubba did go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he like took his headphones off and everything. He's probably either taking a Bubba Deuce or laughing hysterically on the floor right now.
Oh, we don't laugh so hard he peed himself. That's what we did. Yeah.
That could be too. He forgot the Depends.
Bubba's incontinence coming into play here.
Hey, we warned him about getting too giddy earlier.
We did.
What was that, Carl?
Mr. Best, how do you know he wears cotton?
I said incontinence.
Oh. I thought you said Bubba in his cottons. And I'm like, how do you know he wears cotton?
I mean, most clothes are made from cotton.
Hey, these drawers are all silk, baby.
But what about that shirt?
Polyester.
You won this round, James Cornette. You won this round. Bet you their shirts made from cotton.
Yeah, that conversation even broke me. Goodness.
That conversation brought Charlie over too.
Oh, nice. Interesting here. But I like how I got to wait for everyone else to be done with this promo if you're listening to it right now. But I'm a little confused.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see once again Gunther and Damian Priest, but this now leads to me to believe that the world champion that's going to be fighting Dom next week is going to be Damian.
What I'm confused about,
maybe it's Brock Lesnar,
is that, and it could be Brock Lesnar, and I'd be happy with that. What I'm confused about is this promo where Damian Priest says, "Oh, I'm not looking for a handout. I'm going to earn like I've earned everything else. So go and handle your business at Crown Jewel, and when you come back, then we have a problem." Well, how are you going to earn anything if you're already kind of going, no, it's going to be you and me, and we're going to be having some problems.
Right.
You're not earning anything. Then you're now asking for that handout when he's done with his business there, that it's now the attention's to you.
I think it's foreshadowing that by the time Crown Jewel is done, he will have gone and earned his opportunity to face Gunther again. Because Crown Jewel is a few weeks away, I believe. And, well, next week he could have a number one contenders match and win. And by that means, he would have earned an opportunity to face Gunther again.
Okay.
To your point, Best, I'm with you, but I actually got that impression right off of the Carlito Pierce segment when he said, if Dom can beat a former world champion next week. Then
I started going through the list of former world champions, and I'm not just talking the world heavyweight champion in my head too, because like the only people would have been Seth or Damian at that point.
Drew.
Oh, right. Oh, Drew. Yeah, Drew could show up and beat up Dom.
I mean, possibly, maybe even Punk, maybe even somebody we haven't seen in a while. Maybe, just maybe, we're seeing somebody that's a former world champion, but not a former world champion in WWE. Maybe WWE brings back Matt Cardona. Maybe
it's a former world champion that we can't see.
I mean, I could see him. I can see him all the time on Twitter. And it says follows you right beside it. Oh. Or, in John Cena's words,
right?
Yeah. Yeah. That was a throwback. That's
literally how he ended off his promo at SummerSlam 04 on Randy Orton. That was actually one of my favorite John Cena promos.
He'd always do that after a rap anyway, back in the day too.
Yeah.
It was so dumb, but it was funny. I just want to see him do that one more time in like the silliest of ways. Especially if he did it like Gunther. It'd be so funny to see what Gunther, like his facial reaction. Ooh, I was even thinking, what happens if they bring back like Goldberg and he just crushes Dom?
I mean, maybe that's one of the steps in his current contract,
right?
Are you flipping kidding me?
No. They had to do it. Just a couple more months, Karl. Just a couple more months.
Gotta pay them bills, bro. Gotta pay them bills.
I get that, but you had more than enough opportunity to get all of the commercials in before 30 seconds after the bell rings and we start a match.
Yep.
It was like OMD. Sometimes you just have to do it suddenly. Or Bubba.
Still doesn't
Sometimes
make it
he
right.
just has to leave all of a sudden.
Actually has me curious now because we're getting SmackDown on NX or on Netflix up here, and they're still getting SmackDown in the States on USA Network. I wonder how commercial breaks are going to work on as far as our Netflix feed goes.
Well, from what I have heard, Netflix is looking at starting to run ads during Raw and during the shows.
Even if we were to pay that $20 a month or whatever it is?
I think either way, you're gonna get some ads, even if it's like WWE owned ads too. Like if it's like an ad for a WWE shop or an ad for a PLE or an ad for whatever they have going on, like a different show or like that you can watch. Like we're still gonna get those. I mean, anybody who thinks we're just gonna get like multiple hours of nothing, but I mean, they're gonna find ways to like pump their stuff.
I think it's going to be a lot more picture in picture as opposed to,
and that's what I think they might do for SmackDown, because we see it happen with AEW and other shows too, where they've done picture in picture during commercials, and maybe you get that for the States. Whereas
I'm perfectly fine with commercials. I'm just not okay with the placement of these commercials. Why are we going to get back to from commercial? We're going to have them both in the ring. We're going to have the announcement made. We're going to have the introductions done. We're going to start the match, and then within a minute, go to another commercial.
Yeah, no,
the placement of the advertisements and the commercials just do not make sense to me. And if that were to change, I would be happier. It does not. I can't compute, I guess.
Right.
So here's another one I'm kind of curious about too. Is I wonder how promotions for upcoming events, like we see our pal Scott Stanford come on. I wonder how that's going to work too during the Netflix time.
Probably exactly what we get now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would figure so. Yeah.
Or you're just going to get the rolling ticker that says upcoming live events. And it's funny because from what I'm hearing in the States is you'll get SmackDown on the USA on Friday night, and then it's going to be shown on Netflix the next day.
That's how they do it for the network or Peacock, I believe.
But yeah,
and that's also how they used to do it with Hulu as well.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Hey, Bubba, did you wash your hands after you pooped?
Always.
Okay, good.
Once again, I really love these low angle ringside shots here.
Yeah, they are fantastic.
And the panning back and forth, just so well done.
Hey, remember when I said AOP is the next target and people wanted to say, well, not necessarily? Tonight's headline just said, I was right.
Yeah.
Yep.
You are muted. Oh,
I am. I was going to say, I think it's Miz that was actually the target. But...
Then why does it say that they targeted Final Testament?
And why did the Wyatt Six stuff? Why did the Wyatt Six stuff show up during all Final Testament stuff?
It was after, and then the Miz was in the ring, which was when Uncle Howdy showed up.
Yeah, but he didn't. Well, he attempted to attack the Miz, but he ended up attacking Paul Ellering.
Yeah, isn't the Miz not now a part of Final Testament?
No, I don't.
There's some sort
not
of
officially.
Yeah, there's just like a kind of like a partnership there.
So it's an affiliation program that they've got going on.
Yes, it is.
That's the best way to put it. It really is.
And that went with Bubba.
Yep. Yep.
But that doesn't have to go with all of you, because you can also join the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program if you want to go to affiliation program.my.canva.site.
You can take a look at the website, and you can follow us on the socials. Send us a message if you are a streamer or a podcaster, or have some views that you would like expressed as well. We don't just do professional wrestling here. We do a variety of different things as well. If you're interested in becoming part of the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, hit us up on the socials and let's see what we can do to work together. I have just sorted a site-wide IT problem at my surgery just by pressing a single button. Oh, interesting.
What? Oh, wow. All right.
Reboot. Yep.
100%
reboot. 100%.
Every time I think of the word reboot, I think of the animated program from the 90s that aired on YTV. Fantastic little show it was.
which is on Pluto. Is it Pluto? No. What's the one that? Hold on. I have it right here.
I saw it on Tubi like a few months
That's
back.
the one.
Yeah.
Yep, Tubi. It was there, and then it went gone.
Yeah, it was only there for like a limited time or something like that.
No, I meant in my brain. It's still there on Tubi, but in my brain it went.
It's also on Amazon Prime Video, Crackle, and Fubo TV.
Yep.
So if you guys want a little bit of breaking news.
Yeah, please.
Coming to the Chris Perish podcast will be an additional program, our additional episode, whether this week or next week, as I interview Karl. You may know him, but the crazy mofo that is Kamikaze, as we have finalized an interview there.
Beautiful. Have you been able to work with him to get things sorted for this platform?
Not yet.
I would definitely love to have another interview with the crazy mofo for sure. If we can get this program up and working for him, and then we can have an extended conversation.
Yeah.
Amazing guy. Absolutely love him. He is great. You are going to have a blast with that discussion, talk, and interview with him. Class act.
Well, little known fact, but I've known him for almost 20 years.
Well, right now, we've got the Bloodline showing up at ringside with tickets.
Well, a portion of the Bloodline.
Yeah.
They had 2 tickets.
We don't know where Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa are yet, but
I guess they had to rock, paper, scissors, I guess, for the extra ticket. I mean, we all know Solo was going to be there, so.
Yeah.
That was a huge distraction there.
Yep.
Just giving more reason for Jey to join up with Roman and Jimmy.
But if Solo helps out Jey, maybe he's giving Jey a reason to
in the
join up
face?
with him.
And look, there's Tama Tonga. Or is that Tonga Loa? It's one of the two.
Can you not tell them the difference?
No, I actually can't.
That's Tonga Loa.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Tonga Loa. And then you'll see Tama Tonga.
Yeah, I saw him take the kick.
That's all, folks. Why is he even why is that? I don't understand anymore.
If Solo's a paying ticket customer, where's security?
Right?
Right?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, that was huge, but the big where's there he is. Never mind.
Oh.
Shit's about to get real. I'm trying not to say anything because I don't want to ruin it for OMD.
I just got the spear on Solo.
I love Jacob Fatu's reactions to everything going on around him.
I would love it if he just took a seat and like had a beer. Like it would just be funny.
Oh, two behemoths. Dun, dun, dun. There's the dog against the wolf. Who's going to win this one?
Oh, the Wolf Dogs? No, that's already been a tag team.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
It's more of the Werewolf Dogs. That man just yeeted all over those other men.
Oh, dude, for real? I could have went all day without hearing that.
But you didn't.
I couldn't get to my mute button quick enough. Sorry.
Whoa, nice.
Both of these guys are quick.
Wow.
Goodness.
Holy. There we go. Fart. It's one way to keep them down.
Bubba, on my screen, when you made that fart noise, Jay jumped at that time, so it made it look like the fart launched him off the turnbuckle.
Oh, that's awesome.
How did what?
What's good? Who's he? Why is
Oh, Adam Pearce having to get physical.
Wow.
Is that Jindrak?
No, that's Dykstra, Kenny Dykstra.
Oh, Dykstra. Okay.
Wow.
I just saw like a flash and I was like, oh.
Okay, so
He still looks in pretty good shape, though.
there's Solo and Jacob.
Well, Jacob is selling the spear.
Oh! Wow.
Oh!
That was a huge move. Oh, damn.
So where is the referee during all of this right now?
Right
no
in
one,
the ring,
everyone
looking the
else
other
is
way.
gone. How is he not paying attention to what's happening here now? Because that clearly was interference. That should have been a disqualification.
Clearly.
Yep.
Now he's looking this way?
And why didn't they attack Braun when Braun's the one that speared Solo?
Here's the other question: why hasn't there been a count out?
I don't think countouts actually exist anymore.
No, I don't think so. He seriously lost the title. Or what the hell? Sorry.
Bubba.
I'm going to mute my mic. That makes no sense at all.
I made it make sense in the comments.
Well, Rikishi's going to lose it on Twitter.
Right?
Yep.
Now Jay has a reason to join Roman and Jimmy.
Because they screwed him out of his title.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
I like how now the Intercontinental Championship has more color to it than Bron Breakker's gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks. I like it now.
Watch next week. He comes out with just the black and gold, the black strap with just the gold.
Part of me kind of wants him to. That'd be so funny.
Wow.
See, now OMD and I and Perish, I'll have something to look forward to for the Friday night SmackDown security detail.
We do.
Excuse me.
Why? Because DIY and Motor City Machine Guns wasn't enough?
No,
you are so greedy. You just need everything.
Let me answer, dude.
I didn't ask her a question.
No answer for you.
No.
Oh God, we're the answer Nazis now.
I was gonna say no. This just adds on to my excitement for SmackDown.
Yeah, because you're greedy. We've already discovered that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being greedy in what you want in your wrestling.
Yeah. I mean, technically, it's not like Jey Uso is going to wrestle on SmackDown. So, I mean,
no,
right?
Yeah, literally.
Huh.
That was kind of depressing.
But here,
I did not expect that. I'm genuinely surprised. I didn't expect Bron Breakker to regain the championship.
No, me neither. Not this quickly.
I mean, I'm not shocked because I didn't really expect Braun to lose it so quickly either.
Right.
The first time around. So now that they kind of, and I do think now that you've identified Jey Uso as somebody that can win a championship on their own. He is a championship caliber singles talent. He has that accolade. So now all of a sudden he has won tag champions with somebody other than Jimmy. He has won a singles championship that didn't need a Roman or a Jimmy or a Paul Heyman attached to him. He has these accolades now. So like,
right.
I don't think it's that big of a deal that he lost this match because again, like I think everyone else's point, like we are looking at something greater than the IC championship for Jey Uso right now. And that is the eventual Bloodline versus Bloodline. And when I say bigger, a lot of people might groan because like, we've got the Bloodline for 4 years. Yeah. And guess what? It's made a shitload of money for the last 4 years because it keeps you involved on every single level. And
well, it's like what I said on Friday. It's been over 4 years, and we're still invested with what the Bloodline is doing.
And as much as you want Jey Uso to do his stuff on a single level, think about what Jimmy and Jay can do again as a tag team when they have tag teams like DIY on the main roster. They have Motor City Machine Guns on the main roster. You got the Creeds coming up on the main roster. In a year, you could have the Lucha Bros on the roster. This is a completely fresh tag division, and the Usos are still in the prime of their career. And they can easily help make WWE's tag team division one of the best it's ever been. Not of right now, not of in wrestling, but ever been. And what was the knock for WWE for a long time? Their tag team division. And guess what? Yeah. They are holding the tag rope and they are double teaming your ass into reality with this explosion, with all these new and fresh teams.
Wow.
Wow.
My kid has like a little thing with buttons and the lion, like your roars, but when he roars, it sounds like a wow kind of a thing. And it just always reminds me of Owen Wilson, and it's funny, but then he does it like 100 times, and I'm just like, okay, kid, enough. Seriously, enough.
Right.
Hit the frog, please. Just hit the frog.
It's never enough.
Oh, I gotta mute this. I can't stand. Oh my god.
Well, if you can't stand, then I would definitely stay seated.
Well, Sam Roberts, like his voice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit grating sometimes.
Hey, I'll take Sam Roberts over who's the bald boob? Peter Rosenberg. Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I called him a bald boob. He looked like, you know, the guy on Little Nicky that had the bra on his head? That reminds me of Peter Rosenberg.
Oh,
my goodness. Yeah, OMD, you're right. 2 hours just isn't enough. I want more. Especially with these good storylines. Like, I want more.
But that's the beauty of what WWE is doing, is it's making you want more. So it's making you want to tune in on Fridays or Mondays or even Saturdays for their PLEs.
Right?
Well, they're kind of putting this thing because NFL's just deciding to do 2 games, and guess what? Nobody competes with the NFL. Just like when it comes to pro wrestling, it's really hard to compete with WWE.
Did you see when Bronson Reed hit that table, how far the end cap went? Like, it went right to the ring, hit the ring. Holy crickets, Batman.
Yeah. This is why I just talk first a lot of times, because when I wait for people, I'm like, okay.
Right?
All right.
I mean, OMD's been stuck on mute for the last 15 minutes, so
that's because he's vaping. He's polite and mutes his mic when he vapes.
You know who else I really can't stand is that I can't stand Megan Miranda either.
Who?
This person who's hosting alongside Peter Rosenberg here.
Oh, gotcha.
Sam Roberts. I don't know what it is about her, but I feel like she doesn't know the wrestling business, you know?
She probably doesn't.
There are things in this world that you do know, and with Megan Miranda, pro wrestling is not one of them.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not a big fan of her. You know what? Like, we got spoiled with so many other female people that came before, like whether it was Renee Paquette, whether it's Charlie Caruso, whether, you know, Jackie Redmond there. It's just, we got so spoiled, and like even Kayla Braxton, right? Like, we just got so spoiled with people that, you know, took to wrestling very well or were wrestling fans prior, and that just had a camera presence, and that just made it fun to watch them. And then, I mean, sometimes you just, you know, you're not going to always hit home runs, and it's, hey, I mean, kudos to her. She's still there. She's still doing it. So,
true.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, just can't connect.
Thank you, Bobby.
Yeah, thank you, Bobby. We really appreciate that.
Get her done.
So, yeah. Guys' thoughts on Monday Night Raw tonight?
Again, fantastic show. Again, though, I can do without these interviews when you're coming back from a commercial and you've got a competitor waiting in the ring. I think those are things that need to wait, or yeah, just make them wait. They can go up after the match or a little later on.
I think definitely there's a time and a place for them, and I think that kind of, as we've seen a little bit over the last while, like they've kind of gone back to almost that 80s style of television programming a little bit. I think that they could maybe incorporate some of that. So we've got the people in the ring. We've got another, competitor coming down to the ring, and we've got the little the side screen picture in picture with, that quick little
the insert promo.
Yeah. Like that, I think I could definitely get behind. I'm happier. This is only the second Raw that I'm seeing in the shorter time period. But I'm happy that there was more action, more wrestling on the show here tonight, as opposed to the first 2-hour episode that they had done.
Right.
Everything's kind of just flowing nicely together still, even being a shorter show, only being 2 hours as opposed to the 3. They're still getting everything in there for stories and pushing things forward.
Yeah, and I like how this episode ended with us with Bron Breakker celebrating in the ring, but leaving us wanting more, as Bubba had pointed out. And we're going to get some of that more when SmackDown comes this Friday, especially with the whole bloodline situation. I kind of like that they're telling you what to expect on SmackDown with that finish,
Well, not just that. We have confirmation from Gunther that he's going to be at SmackDown as well, and we're going to get a little bit more towards him versus Cody at Crown Jewel. So, what's that going to go like? How's that going to go? Because now all of a sudden, for the first time in a while, we have champion and champion face to face on SmackDown. We haven't had that in a while. So, and it's going to be very interesting to see not only that, but then also the developments of Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, how that's going to shake up. So, yeah, there's a lot of things to look forward to on Friday. But then again, just 7 days from today, a lot to look forward to on next week's episode of Monday Night Raw.
Right.
Anybody else?
Nope.
I take that as a no. With that being said, thank you.
I guess Bubba's not giving us his thoughts on Raw tonight.
I guess not.
Already did.
Yeah. With that being said, thank you to each and every one of you for sticking around and watching Monday Night Raw with us and discussing the show. It's always a pleasure to have each and every one of you here. Again, if you like what you see, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to whatever channel you are finding us on, and make sure that you tell your friends and get them involved in the conversations as well. Before we leave, let's make sure that everybody gets the opportunity to put out their socials. Let's start with you, Mr. Chris Best.
All right. So you guys can find me at my Linktree, lanktr.ee/Chris_best83.
OMD.
All the people can find me at my Linktree, lanktr.ee/OMD show.
Bubba.
You can find me YouTube at Bubba OMD and at Twitch, Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke.
Mr. Chris Perish.
Well, you can find me down there on the ticker because apparently I just like to scroll around. But I mean, if you want a different answer, then just come see my Linktree at Chris Perish. Then, well, sorry, because we all have Linktrees. We all do the same thing now. We're very much vanilla here when it comes to that. But also, if you want to check out all those other socials where that link or that is on, also the one you don't see, Spotify. You can check me on Spotify too. Check out the Chris Perish podcast. Let me know what you think of the new look, the new logo. I always like to hear. And make sure that when you go to Spotify, make sure you rate the show and make sure you take a good old little troll to the poll where I will always have a weekly question for everyone on every show. And this was the one where do you think this is the best work Kevin Owens has done so far?
Mm-hmm.
And you can find me at Linktree, linktr.ee/Karl Karufel, linktr.ee/KarlKarufel. For Chris Best, OMD, Bubba Duke, Chris Perish, and myself, Karl Karufel. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.